What if I told you that some of the wisest men in history, emperors, slaves, warriors, believed that pain, hardship, and loss were not things to fear, but tools to shape your soul? What if I said you could find peace in chaos by simply changing how you think? For 7 days, I lived like a Stoic. No complaints, no luxuries, no distractions, just pure focus, discipline, and ancient wisdom. And what happened next surprised even me. Day 1, silence, stillness, and a strange peace. I started this challenge with one simple rule: act like Marcus Aurelius is watching. Day 1 began with no social media, no music, just me, a journal, and the thoughts I usually avoid. I sat in silence at sunrise and asked myself, what would a Stoic do today? And the answer? He'd wake up with purpose. He wouldn't scroll. He wouldn't snooze. He'd move, deliberately. So I did. Cold shower, morning walk. During the walk, I repeated Epictetus's words. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. The world didn't change, but something inside me started to shift. I felt more aware, less reactive. But this was just day 1. Day 2, negative visualization. On day 2, I tried something that Stoics called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. Basically, imagine the worst-case scenarios: losing your job, getting rejected, losing someone you love. Sounds depressing, right? But it wasn't. Instead, it made me grateful. When I visualized losing my daily comforts, my family, my health, I realized how much I take for granted. Seneca once said, "He robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand." By imagining the worst, I appreciated the best. And oddly, I felt stronger. Day 3, self-discipline and voluntary discomfort. On day 3, I pushed the Stoic idea of voluntary discomfort. I skipped breakfast, wore my oldest clothes, walked instead of driving. Every time I craved comfort, I reminded myself, you don't control the outside world, you only control your mind. It wasn't about punishing myself. It was about training my mind not to panic when life gets hard, because life will get hard. By choosing discomfort today, I was preparing for tomorrow, and something magical happened. I realized I didn't need much to feel at peace. Day 4, logic over emotion. Midway through the week, I hit a wall. A friend snapped at me. My first instinct? Snap back. But instead, I paused. I asked myself the ultimate Stoic question: is this in my control? And no, his mood wasn't. So I let it go. Marcus Aurelius reminded me, when you are offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and study your own failings. So I turned inward. Why did I feel hurt? Because of ego. Why did I want to fight? Because of pride. Letting go felt powerful, not weak, not passive, just free. Day 5, Memento Mori. Day 5 was the hardest and the most beautiful. I meditated on death. Yes, death. Memento Mori. Remember, you must die. I looked at old photos, read obituaries, thought about people I'd lost. It was uncomfortable, but honest. Death isn't far away, and that's not morbid. It's motivating. Because when you realize your time is limited, you stop wasting it. Suddenly, scrolling Instagram felt stupid. Arguing felt like a waste. Delaying dreams felt dangerous. As Seneca said, life is long if you know how to use it. That night, I wrote letters to people I love, just in case tomorrow never comes. Day 6, service to others. By day 6, something shifted. I stopped thinking so much about myself. I opened the day with Marcus Aurelius's morning meditation. You are here to serve the common good. So I looked for ways to be useful. I helped a neighbor fix his fence. I complimented a stranger. I called my mom, not to vent, but to listen, and I felt more alive than I had all week. The Stoics believed that real power doesn't come from dominating others. It comes from helping them, and they were right. Day 7, reflection and return to chaos. Day 7 came with a bittersweet feeling. I didn't want to return to the noise, the rush, the distractions. But I also knew the point wasn't to run away from the world. It was to return to it, stronger. I reviewed my notes, my thoughts, my actions. Here's what I realized. I wasted less time. I got angrier less often. I didn't crave approval. I slept better. I felt whole. The chaos around me didn't vanish, but my response to it changed, and that, I think, is what the Stoics were teaching all along. Final takeaway: what I learned. So, what actually happened when I lived like a Stoic for 7 days? I didn't become a monk. I didn't become perfect. But I did become aware. Aware of my thoughts, my time, my choices. Stoicism didn't make me emotionless. It made me less controlled by emotions. It reminded me that control isn't about power. It's about peace. It's not about escaping the storm. It's about standing still inside it. So if you feel overwhelmed, lost, reactive, try this. Try living like a Stoic, even for a day. You just might find what I did, that the most powerful thing you can change is yourself. Narrator, warm tone. If you made it this far, thank you. Let me know in the comments. Would you try living like a Stoic? Or maybe you already are. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if this resonated with you. And remember, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius. See you in the next one.